Unbelievable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions!
Good on Pepe! Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your...
Good afternoon, folks. It is New York Marathon Day in the New York area, but let's time to watch some soccer. Welcome to Game and Frame's broadcast of the APSL Metropolitan Conference. It's New York Athletic Club hosting New York International FC. Two teams looking to get back into the win column in league play. As you look at the league table here, sitting both mid-table sides right now, New York Athletic Club in 8th and the visitors New York International in 6th. New York International looking to get their first win since September the 21st. These two teams met not long ago on October the 19th in a great Manning Cup tie that saw New York Athletic Club advance 1-0. Revenge on New York International's mind, looking to get back into the win column for both of these teams. We'll have starting lineups and first kick moments away. Don't go anywhere on Game and Frame. And welcome back to Traverse Island on the banks of Pelham Bay. It is New York Athletic Club against New York International FC here in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. Both sides looking to get back to winning ways. These teams have a good recent history with one another. October the 19th on Randall's Island, it was New York Athletic Club who took the victory in a round of 16 matchup of the Dr. Manning Cup. They go to the quarterfinals where they'll face Lansdowne Yonkers during the week. A tough matchup against one of the perennial favorites in this division. They'll play in the cup, but here they've got to get it back to winning ways in league play. Both of these sides coming off of losses for the visitors. It's been a rough month of October. Now into November, they've lost 5 in a row in all competitions, 4 straight league matches, no goals in their last 3 games. We'll see how they respond. But the starting lineup for the home side: in goal, it is player coach Vasilios Dimopoulos. Across the back, Frank Shkreli, Kevin Davis, Jason Gaylord, and Samuka Kenna. The midfield trio: Evan Kim, Humbert Ferrer, and Cole Perrette. And then the front three: Umar Farouk Osman, the frontman Stefanos Andrakis. And off the left, it's Dominik Brulinski making his first appearance with the club. As for the visitors, in goal, it's Jadea Gildin. The back four from right to left: Eric Anderson, Hugo Howard, Sean Riley, as well as Ensa Sane. As we are underway on Traverse Island, the visitors looking to play with a high press early on. In the midfield, it's Ikram Husanov, Saad Afif, up front, it's Yusuf Afif, their top scorer Joshua Adajokun, and Ridwan Olawin. That's Sane, who recycles for the center back Sean Riley. Also in central midfield, Maurice Vermeulen. That rounds out the 11 for the New York International FC Lions. Here's Ensa Sane, a native of the Gambia, plays forward for Adajokun. And now Yusuf Afif. The Moroccan was looking centrally, but it was defended well and kept in play by Cole Perrette. With time is Saad Afif. Brother Yusuf starting on the left wing. Saad taking control in the midfield. The 31-year-old switched now in the direction of Vermeulen. And now held again by Riley. Sean Riley, the head coach of Manhattanville Men's Soccer, Division III club out of the Skyland Conference. Here's Howard, the captain of this New York International side. Howard again. Ridwan Olawin with a good turn, and he was looking for the danger man, Adajokun. His 6 goals are tied for 3rd in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. And of course, it's no mystery now, if you've been following along with semi-professional soccer in the New York area, New York International, sort of the poster child for climbing the ranks of the CSL system, as Evan Kim, the former Columbia man, picks it up for the home side, charging through the midfield and looking to combine with the danger man Andrakis, but instead picked off by Riley. It's a good ball from Maurice Vermeulen for Yusuf Afif. Afif cuts in, top of the penalty area. Here's Vermeulen, left-footed strike deflected away by Jason Gaylord. Again for Adajokun, who looks to turn. Still pinballing, Adajokun sticks a foot out. And finally cleared of the danger. Service looking inside for Vermeulen. Was flicked on nicely, but trickled wide. And the high pressure early on from the visitors, paying dividends, but still no efforts on goal in the first 3 minutes and change. Nyack sit in 8th of the APSL Metropolitan Conference this season, exactly where they finished in 2024-25. But you can already see the improvements on the field, at least. They scored more goals this season than they did to this point last year. Only 27 in 22 matches, and that was clearly an area of interest to improve. Scored 6 goals in a 6-1 win over Richmond County FC. That was actually on the road a couple weeks ago, on October the 12th. A 6-1 win, and then they followed that, of course, with a 1-0 win in the Cup over New York International, and then a narrow loss right here at home, 1-0 to CPR. As for the Lions, an unbelievable run starting in the 4th division of the CSL in 2019-20. In 6 years, they've climbed up 4 flights. A remarkable feat. One of the toughest amateur footballing setups in North America. It's a good ball from Andrakis looking for Brulinski, the debutant winger, but instead that's picked up on the back line by the visitors. Sane has to get out of the danger. That's Riley who retreats to the goalkeeper. It's Jadea Gildin. Now Anderson. Uzbek native Ikram Husanov bounces that for Howard. Looking forward to Adajokun. Clever defending from Gaylord and Demopolis. It's Humbert Ferrer. The Barcelona native bounces again for the captain, Jason Gaylord, formerly of Old Dominion, graduating in 2013. Here's Afif. Now Riley. Here's Anderson. Vermeulen leaves it. That was Olawin, brought down by Shkreli. That will be a foul. They'll bypass the chance to serve it in and keep things on the ground. So important to the philosophy of this club, New York International, to play an attractive style of football. It's a wayward pass there, though, from Hugo Howard. Brulinski picks it off, the former Brooklyn FC man, and he blows by Howard as well. Brulinski could be in here. He's got Andrakis in the box as well. He's going to square it instead for Shkreli, who fires. Brilliant goal! First time effort off the left foot. It is a very similar goal to what we saw in the Manning Cup. A poor effort in possession from the visitors. And New York Athletic Club make them pay again. It's a 7th minute tally for the home side. They lead 1-0 on Travers Island. Just a bit of an unforced error from New York International. A very effective counterattack led by Dominic Brulinski. Former Brooklyn FC man did well to carry that, not only through the left wing, but beat the center back Hugo Howard as well, squaring it to the former Baruch captain Shkreli, who made no mistake. It's a lovely first-time finish off the left foot. Nothing that Jadea Gildin, the Florida native, could do in between the sticks for the visitors. Now, once again, New York International find themselves looking up at the scoreline. Here's Howard. Looking ahead for Anderson. Is a good idea with the overlapping fullback, but just a little bit too much power on that one. Out again for a throw. Pressure staying high from the Lions as Brulinski looks to play out of the danger. Gaylord, no nonsense on the clearance, but regained again in possession by Riley. It's still early, but it looks as though the Lions playing this game on their terms, keeping possession in their opposition's half as Husanov drops back for Howard. Now Saad Afif. Retreating for Gildin and Husanov. Forest Hills, New York native Ikram Husanov by way of Uzbekistan. Forward now from Vermeulen. And Sasane looking to reach that, but it was the defender Kevin Davis who shielded it all the way out. All this talk about New York International's rise through the CSL ranks into the APSL looked like a tall task for them to compete at this level, but they opened up the season with 3 wins, all against APSL regulars. They took down Vistula, then Zum Schneider, and then Doxa. But then after that, things started to go a bit downhill. A 2-1 loss to fellow debutants in the league, Liros, who climbed through the ranks of the LISFL, the Long Island Soccer Football League. Then against the reigning champions, the Pancyprians, that one a 4-1 loss, and then 3 matches since then haven't been able to get a goal on the board. And that doesn't seem like New York International, a team that loves to play free-flowing attacking football. And when they've got a striker as effective in this footballing landscape as former Clapton CFC captain Josh Adejoku, it just doesn't seem like they've been playing like themselves for the past month or so. Possession gifted back to New York International. Here's Anderson. And again for the captain, Howard. Here's Riley. Looking for Adejoku instead. It's Vermeulen. Adejoku bounces, was looking for Olowin. And Berlinski can get it out to Hondrakis. Samuka Kennett looking forward in the direction of Shkreli. Instead, corralled again by the visitors, who have dominated possession to this part of the match, really. Here's Adejoku for Vermeulen. Vermeulen gonna let fly. It's a good effort, but leaning back a little bit, put that one over the bar. And you can see the ideas starting to come to fruition for the visitors. Short bench today for New York Athletic Club. Matthew Contino waits on the bench for the home side. Scored the decisive goal in their Manning Cup meeting just a couple weeks ago. It's also a big reason that New York Athletic Club was able to stay in the APSL. That's a good ball in to the back post. Yusuf Afif in the penalty area, over to his left, defended well by Perete, and out for a corner, the first of the contest. Matthew Contino not only scored the goal to knock out New York International in the Manning Cup this year, but a couple seasons ago was able to score in the 85th minute, or rather assist a beautiful ball to Nemanja Danic to ensure that they stayed in the APSL in a dramatic win, or draw really, over Suffolk County. That felt like a win. So many bodies on the goalkeeper. The cross from Afif left a little bit to be desired. That one couldn't make it past the front post. The wind picking up, as it often does here on Travers Island. Dimopoulos again looking long. Out of the air, that's Anderson, a brave header to win this one forward. And Olowin, if he can keep this in, he's got room to run. Olowin looking inside for Adejoku. Just trickled away from his feet. Good bit of deception from Riley there to maintain possession. Howard avoided the charge from Berlinski. Really well done from the experienced center back. Now switching forward for Adejoku. Good flick for Vermeulen if he can make it there. It's a good recovery from Jason Gaylord, who can only clear it as far as Eric Anderson. Saad Afif. Now Riley. Now Howard. Very compact in defense. New York Athletic Club with the cross coming in. Davis with Adejoku on him. Couldn't clear it. Vermeulen tried to get a shot off and couldn't get it through the traffic in the penalty area. And now that early goal is starting to feel increasingly more valuable for this Nyack team. They can really pack the defense in should they need to. Another cross comes in from Anderson, defended away by Humbert Ferrer. Shouts for a handball. I don't think they're going to get that whistle. Afif. Now Ensasane. Those two play catch. Now Husanov and Saad's brother, Yusuf Afif, now on the left wing. Cutting back the cross, looking for Adajokun, who got a flick to it. And Vasilios Dimopoulos not taking any chances, smartly knocking that one out for a throw. The player coach, Kalamata native, former NC State goalkeeper, graduating in 2011, doing really well to get off his line and ensure the danger would be put out. Vermeulen bounces for Anderson, and now Howard can switch through his fellow center back. Here's Sean Riley. Forward for Husanov, who wanted to leave it for Ensasane, but instead this one trickles all the way back to the goalkeeper, Dimopoulos. Dimopoulos taking any second off the clock that he can. I'm just going to knock this one all the way to the goalkeeper on the opposite end, Shadea Gilden. We're used to seeing Gary Philpott in between the pipes for this New York International side, but today it's Shadea Gilden, formerly of Florida Gulf Coast, as well as Dutch Lions SC. Also had time training in England with Truro City. Gilden, goalkeeper with a good resume. Afif does well to keep that in play. Perrette defends it well, and Davis can clear. Sean Riley does well to avoid the charge from Shkreli. And into the middle, looking for Husanov. Kevin Davis caught in possession, and Adajokun can get it forward for Ensasane, but he was just a step or two offside there. It's a good decision from the referee on the far side. Haven't said the names of the midfielders for New York Athletic Club much. Normally, they're very involved, not only winning balls, but in pushing the play of possession. But New York International have really had the bulk of all possession at this point, has rendered the Nyack midfield to be a little bit invisible to this point, unfortunately, for the home side, despite them having the 1-0 win. Andrakis can turn, and that shot was blocked away by Howard. The second ball has not been cleared. Now Sane will get a foot through it, shouts for another foul, as Adajokun looks to hold it up with 4 red shirts surrounding him. Vermeulen. Now Yusuf Afif, good step forward from Perrette. Is Umar Farouk Osman. Defended well by Vermeulen. He's won a throw. And now forward for Evan Kim. Oh, lovely feet from Kim around Riley and again around Sane, but Howard was there in recovery. Howard's clearance finds Adajokun, and now Yusuf Afif has speed to burn. Good recovery from Gaylord. Long ball forward for Andrakis is a good one. Good back heel as well to Osman. Strong defending, however, from Howard. The Nyack counterattack has shown a bit of teeth, but the Nyack defense has seen out the danger. Saad Afif. Samuka Kene does well to step up and win that there. The Liberian native by way of the Bronx was trying to play that off on Andrakis, but just couldn't combine there with his center forward. Now Afif. And Ridwan Olawin. Riley, the Manhattanville head coach, formerly Manhattan University assistant, formerly professional with the Rochester Raging Rhinos, one of the most historic clubs in American soccer, one of the more recent U.S. Open Cup champions not to come out of Major League Soccer. Here's Anderson, burns around Brulinski, had the assist on the opening goal. Good feed again from Anderson. His cross couldn't get by the big frame of Jason Gaylord, the captain, but instead he's able to shield it out for a deep throw. Into the 20th minute here at Travers Island. New York International trailing Nyack. That's a good ball to the back post for Yusuf Afif, who couldn't get onto it in the end. I'm not sure if that was defended by Perete or if he got his head to it and couldn't redirect it back on frame. But either way, what a chance that could have been for the visitors. James Burley with Game and Frame. Jorge Espinoza behind the camera. Happy to have you with us here on Travers Island for a very highly anticipated APSL Metro matchup between two teams that are looking to fight their way up from the middle of the table. A win here from Nyack could see them leapfrog over New York International. Nyack's 2 wins on the season, good enough for 6 points. New York International flew out the gates in their inaugural season with 3 wins. They've been looking to find that form ever since. Familiar face missing in central midfield for the home side, Jack Malaire. Normally you'd see him donning the captain's armband and bossing central midfield for the men in red. He took a 17th minute red card on this pitch a week ago in their match against Central Park Rangers that ended in a 1-0 loss. Down to 10 men for most of the game. They were in that game for the entirety of that contest, but just couldn't sneak a result out of it. And of course, Nyack have a date with destiny against Lansdowne Yonkers in the Manning Cup quarterfinals on November the 7th. They opened up the season on the road against Lansdowne. It was a 4-1 loss for Nyack, but now they're going to get them on their own terms at home in a cup competition. And anything can happen in the cup as Samuka Kene, the former MLS Sueño man, is able to fight off the challenge from Olawin. Now fighting for it is Brulinski with Vermeulen, Ferrer, and Brulinski now. Kene into Kim, who's able to avoid the challenge from Yusuf Afif. Davis, a big switch for Umar Farouk Osman, and that one sails over his head out for a throw. New York International were able to find promotion from the CSL's first division into the APSL Metro. Despite finishing in second place in the table and losing in the playoff final behind Polonia SC in both cases, Polonia remained in CSL Division 1, and because of 2 relegations out of CSL, Kid Super Samba and Manhattan Celtic, New York International and Liros of the LISFL were able to go up, and both sides have proven their worth at this level, certainly so. That's Humbert Ferrer, who's still down after a hard challenge. Voicing their disagreements with the lack of a whistle there is New York Athletic Club. But Ferrer, the Barcelona native, able to get back to his feet, an important figure in central midfield for this Nyack team. Played at Iona University, just down the road in New Rochelle, where he was an All-MAC rookie team selection in 2015. He's got 1 goal on the season to his name. Back underway. Demopoulos, as he's done for most of the match, looking to go long again. Content to concede possession to New York International. If they can play on the break and find opportunities to go forward, very direct approach today from the home side. As Shkreli finds the ball in the midfield. It was a bit of a collision with Saad Afif. Instead, they retreat all the way back to Demopoulos, who is going to keep it short this time. Only to his fullback, Perete. Does well to keep that in play for Farouk Osman. And looking forward for Andrakis, but the run didn't come from the forward there. Here's Howard. Here's Gilden. Husanov does well with his first touch to bounce to Riley. And now Sane. The Gambia native, and former Monroe College man, Yusuf Afif forward for Adejokun. Defended well by Gaylord. Perete will clear despite the shouts of keeper from Demopoulos. And Sassane, the left back on this near side. Native of the Gambia. Played at both Monroe College and Manhattan University, graduating this past May in 2025. Now Howard has been a part of New York International FC through just about every climbing through the ranks of the CSL. Alongside him, Eric Anderson, Joshua Adejokun, both have been there for quite a long time. Former first team manager Nick Platt stepped down after 2024-25, the season of promotion to the semi-pro level. Phil Pott, the goalkeeper player coach, not on the sidelines today. It's Christian Pakode who mans the clipboard for the visitors. Adejokun off his chest. Cheeky little nutmeg on Evan Kim, and now forward for Vermeulen. Vermeulen's got numbers in the box. Can he cut it back and find one? Not as far as Samuka Kene, who defends away. Now Ferrer. Good defending from Howard to deny Andrakis possession. Here's Sean Riley. Looking forward for Josh Adejokun. Berlinski bounces back to where it came. Gaylord now looking long. Osman with a good run. Flag is down, but Sean Riley did really well in recovery to knock that away from the dangerous winger. Mentioned the absence of Jack Malaire in central midfield, the captain for Nyack. They're also without their top scorer from this season, Nabil Kawasmi, who has been very effective up front. His 4 goals are tied for 6th. Without their top goal scorer, they've still found a way to be up 1-0. Flag is down as Olawin could be in here. Kene does well to defend him and slow down into the corner is Olawin. Now Anderson. Now Sean Riley. Again compact in defense is Nyack, but that's a good ball from Riley. Husanov bounces for Yusuf Afif. Again to Husanov. And Sassane. Just looking to find their windows of opportunity. Nyack very responsible in defense. 10 players behind the ball. The switch was looking for Olawin, but it's defended away by Kene. Unable to attack on the counter is Nyack, and Anderson was able to fight through that challenge. Advantage played by the referee. Anderson back to his feet. Got the ball again. Bounces with Saad Afif. Howard. Forced to go back to Jare Gilden. Lovely defending collectively from New York Athletic Club. Again, haven't had much of the ball, have spent most of this game in their own half, but leading 1-0 and defending with such professionalism as Dimopoulos picks that one up again. Looking early for Brulinski. This one all the way out on the far touchline for a throw. Into the 30th minute now, almost at the half-hour mark. It's 1-0 to New York Athletic Club on a lovely first-time left-footed strike from Frank Shkreli, the former Baruch captain, on a lovely counterattack spearheaded by left-wing debutant Dominik Brulinski. Kim, the lovely touch in the middle, is able to get around the challenge of Afif. Andrakis forward. Osman into the penalty area. The flag is down. He's got numbers in the box. Andrakis is there, and he got the finish all wrong. It was played a little bit behind him, and he had to drag his feet to try to connect it, and got all under it. Out for a goal kick. Another really good look on a counterattack from New York Athletic Club. Folks, be sure to tune in later to Game and Frames broadcast later this afternoon and evening. It's Liros SC against New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms. That one kicks off at 6 p.m. in the APSL Metro Conference. And then also in the APSL Metro, but playing in the U.S. Open Cup third round of qualifiers, it's Jim Schneider FC against Met Oval of the League for Clubs. As that's a lovely ball forward for Yusuf Afif. Be sure to catch those games on Game and Frame later tonight. Afif forward for Husanov. Now Yusuf Afif gonna let fly. Davis was there to deflect it away. And now Brulinski can charge forward for the home side. Good feed again from Brulinski to avoid the challenge of Howard. Andrakis cleverly holds this one up. Jason Gaylord. Couldn't find a red shirt there, and out again for a throw. Folks, be sure to tune in at halftime to see October's Goal of the Month nominees for Game and Frame. Voting ends tonight, November the 2nd at 11:59 p.m. So be sure to go to @GameandFrame on Instagram to get your votes in. The winner will receive a Salt Aircase cleat bag, courtesy of Salt Athletic. Again, folks, those will be shown at halftime, so don't go anywhere during the break. Here's Sean Riley. And Riley again. Good turn from Ridwan Olowin. He forced the foul out of Kevin Davis. Here's Howard. And Sassane. And Husanov. Formerly of Red Hook, Ikram Husanov bounces with Yusuf Afif. Stepping out of the back a little bit is New York Athletic Club, still having, as of now, all 11 players behind the ball. Here's Howard. Sane. And Riley. Yusuf inside for Olowin. Now switching again through the defense. Here's Hugo Howard and Eric Anderson. Husanov completes the switch again for Riley. Just been too hard to break down this New York Athletic Club team. That's a good ball from Howard. Kenna gonna have to deal with it. Found trouble with Adejokun. And you would have expected that man to do a bit better with that, given his goal-scoring record in both CSL and to this point of the season in APSL. He's got 6 goals. One of the premier goal scorers in all of semi-professional football in the New York area. Brulinski 2-on-1 on the back post for Nyack. If they can regain possession, it's Sane who does really well to shield Osman and Riley to clear. Kevin Davis again stepping out of the center back position to win that one. Davis fights through the challenge there, but advantage played. Brulinski gonna fire this one off. An advantage seen cleverly by the referee. Kevin Davis did really well to win that challenge. New York International clearly upset with the fact that that whistle came back. Brulinski did get a shot off, but the referee did not see advantage. It's going to be a really interesting opportunity here for New York Athletic Club. Just outside of shooting range, you'd say. We'll see who they put at the back post to receive this cross. It's Parete and Farouk Osman standing over it. 6 red shirts in position to receive this at the back post. Andrakis, Gaylord Ferrer, as well as Shkreli, all big targets. It's going to be Parete to the back post. One out of the air by Howard. And Husanov going to waste no time to clear this. Osman into the middle for Shkreli. Good first touch from Andrakis to keep this one alive. Now Shkreli again. Ferrer wanted to do a cheeky little ball in behind for Andrakis. It was picked off by Sane. Making the run early is Yusuf Afif. It's a good idea from Sane as well, but just too straight, and Davis was able to corral it. He's had a good, hard-working game at center back, Kevin Davis. Here's Anderson. From Mullen. Wanted Adejokun, who has since switched to the right wing position and collides with Jason Gaylord and caught him up high, and I think we're going to see the first card of the contest. It's going to be a 36-minute caution issued to Josh Adejokun. The danger man up front finds himself on the game sheet, but not yet on the score sheet. Yellow to the number 9 in black. Howard able to win that ball out of the air, but still retreating to their own end. It will be a corner for New York Athletic Club, their first of the afternoon. Brulinski standing over the corner. His in-swinger in on the goalkeeper. Again, the wind playing a factor in corners on both ends now. The wind has forced corner kicks to not even beat, let alone the first man, the first post. Out for a goal kick for the visitors. Today's Game in Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. Game in Frame proud to be partnered back with their original sponsor, Umbro. As Davis does well to win that one out of the air again. Sane. Husanov inside for Vermeulen. Sadafif completes the switch out wide. Anderson. Howard. Howard again. Ball for Maurice Vermeulen was defended away. Now Brulinski and Shkreli fighting for it. Some players missing in the midfield. A bit of a gamble to go with Frank Shkreli in the number 10 role. Normally you'd see him on the back line, but that's paid off. His goal, the difference now. As we approach the first half whistle. 1-0 to the home side, New York Athletic Club, on a lovely counterattack goal as Ferrer can mount another counterattack. Osman has to retreat for Davis. Here's Gaylord. Out wide for Kennett. Andrakis bounces. Lovely use of the body to shield the defender away. Again for Stefanos Andrakis. Adejokun was fighting his way through it, but Ferrer was able to win the challenge. Switch now, Perrette. He's going to let fly from distance and just caught too much of it. Out again for a goal kick. Despite not having much of the ball this afternoon at all, when they do get it, they've made themselves look dangerous. Good opportunity again from New York Athletic Club. This time it sails wide. Here's Olowin, who has stepped into the number 9 role. Afif. Out wide for Anderson. Forward for Adejokun, who does well to cross this one in, but not a whole lot on it, and Demopoulos is there to gobble it up. Final 5 minutes plus stoppage time in this first half. So far, Nyack have been able to tame the Lions of New York International. We mentioned that Nyack are without their top scorer from this season in Nabil Kawasmi. Well, they're without their top scorer from last season as well. Ryan Hilke had 8 goals in APSL play. Not rostered on New York Athletic Club this season, as Adejokun can lead a charge forward. He wanted Yusuf Afif, who was making a charge to the penalty area. That one couldn't find him, and instead played away by Perrette. His long ball for Osman was won out of the air by Sane. Saad Afif for Ikram Husanov. The crafty midfielder finds it out wide for Yusuf Afif. He's got 3 goals on the year, second to only Adejokun to the back post. Olowin tried to strike it out of the air and didn't catch it correctly. Would have been a lovely effort had he pulled that one off. The other way, countering again, is Nyack. Andrakis wanted to go for the difficult one in behind for Osman, defended away by Howard. Now Sean Riley can put Afif in behind. That's a lovely ball from Sean Riley. Yusuf Afif, early one. He's looking for Olowin and just put it too far in front of him. This is going to go out for a far side throw-in for the home side. Already looks a bit better from New York International, though. They've decided to go a bit more direct in these final few minutes and have looked more like scoring than they did in the first 40. Some deliberation, but the throw-in on the far side awarded to the Lions. Forward for Husanov and Yusuf Afif. Husanov crossed in to the back post. Adejokun could get there. Does he keep it in play? He did, but Gaylord was there to defend away the second ball. Adejokun didn't give up on that one. Looked like maybe he was the only one who didn't. Defended away brilliantly again. And the shirt's in red. Here's Davis. Just has to get rid of it, and he did. Second ball, one out of the air by the internationals. That was Adejokun, who wanted to link up with Vermeulen. Instead, he wins the ball back from Shkreli. Sane. And Afif. Forward for Husanov. Into the corner for the visitors. Back for Yusuf. And Sane combines well with Husanov. Here's Anderson. Vermeulen in the middle. He's looking forward for Adejokun. Defended brilliantly by Samuka Kene. But Adejokun does regain possession. Anderson's cross defended. Ferrer to clear. Saad plays for Vermeulen. It was a good challenge from Ferrer. And another yellow card going to come out of the pocket for Vermeulen now in the 45th minute. And he was going after the ball, but referee says that one came late and dangerously. Perhaps studs involved as well. Not the best angle over here in the booth. Nonetheless, it will be the second yellow card of the afternoon issued towards New York International. Vermeulen goes into the book in the 45th minute. And still players drawing at each other. It's Humbert Ferrer, who's down once again. You have to remember just a few minutes ago, he was down after a late challenge that wasn't given earlier in the match. And this time, slower to get to his feet after the late effort from Vermeulen. Without their normal captain in midfield, Jack Muller, New York Athletic Club, finding a way to get it done. Also without their top scorer, Nabil Kawasmi. It's first half stoppage time now. The message from the referee is an additional minute to where we are now. Nayak will be in no rush. Halftime will be a good opportunity for the visitors to regather themselves over what's been a well-played half, but they just haven't been able to break down Nayak in front of goal. Ondrakis able to turn on Howard. Looking inside for Osman. His chipped effort finds the winger who stepped inside. Now back for Evan Kim. Kennett, Gaylord, Ondrakis. Normally you'd like to have him receiving the cross. This time he puts it in for Brulinski, and that's cleared by Saad Afif. Davis with a thundering header forward. Osman to Brulinski, who leaves it cleverly for Ondrakis. Crossed in for Osman, cleared away by Riley. And again away by Anderson. Adejokun on the turn. He's able to get by Ondrakis, brought down by Kennett, and I think that's going to be in the book as well. Tactical foul. The New York Athletic Club right back, Samuka Kennett, will go into the book. First yellow issued to the home side. First half stoppage time yellow card issued to Samuka Kennett. This could be the last look in the first half, as Howard will lump this one forward. Gaylord wins the first. And that will do it for the first 45 minutes here at Travers Island. It's the home side New York Athletic Club with a 1-0 lead. They've been able to tame the Lions of New York International to this point on the goal from Frank Shkreli. A lovely first-time finish off the left foot from the former Baruch captain. It's 1-0 to Nayak after 45. Don't go anywhere.
Right, Masielek will continue his run. Mohamed cuts inside away from Conte's foot. Mohamed! That's a golazo if I've ever seen one. Mohamed from 30 yards out curls it over LaFlash and just under the upper 90 on the left side of the goal.
Beautiful shaped ball to Caesar. Caesar onto his left foot. Oh, that's brilliant. It's 3-1 Osners. The substitute Caesar with a breathtaking goal.
But now he's out of position. Brought in Oliveira. And he's gonna try and chip! Big bounce and it's in! Oliveira saw that Peabody was off his line, and now it's 3-0. Oliveira involved again.
Almost on the counter. Vaclav dared to prevent that from happening. Now Mikkelsen looking for number 8. Mikkelsen takes on the keeper. What a finish! Waiting for the signal from the referee, and Mikkelsen finds the 8th goal of the match. And stupendous fashion taking on the keeper.
To do so, here's Gonzaga. He goes for goal! And it's in! Philadelphia Heritage 3! This guy, a man of magic.
That tight space in the side of the field there, but it likely won't really result in too much. Lighthouse passing the ball back and forth, and it will be in!
Years old now, astonishing he's still playing at this level, but every time I see he still looks more than a fit, and there's a spectre shot, and it's a beautiful cherry on the top of the cake for Lansdowne Yonkers.
Off the table, instead Estupinian now cutting inside, has room, takes a shot. What a finish for Estupinian to get a goal back for Barcelona. Nothing Interiano can do about that one. An absolute curler.
A lot can come up. Tambadou scored 2 goals last year. Oh! He gets another one. It's an opening goal. Banta Tambadou back on the score sheet for Block FC. An emphatic finish.
Zami will face. Shooting and in! Another tremendous goal scored by Manhattan Kickers. Zami smashing one that just clips off the left post and in. And LaFlash has no chance, just the perfect height as well.
Bullington. Break. Oh! Alexander Bullington makes it 3 for Polonia. Wonderful technique.
Stop.
Emerson not seeing the challenge coming on his way, and there's a shot, and what a finish! What a strike! For the 4th goal of the match, it is Sebas Monroy who makes it 4-0 for Empire.
Sangari winds up and sticks it! From the far corner of the 18-yard box, he picks up the upper 90.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobacs, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And welcome back to Traverse Island for the second half of action between New York Athletic Club and New York International. We are underway on the banks of Pelham Bay. It's 1-0 to the home side, New York Athletic Club, on a good left-footed strike from Frank Shkreli. Just minutes into the contest, a good counterattack spearheaded by Dominic Berlinski, number 18 left winger in red. Let's see if the Internationals can fight their way back into this one. It's Yusuf Afif in the attacking third. Husanov serves this one in. Olowin at the back post. As the captain Jason Gaylord to clear it. And Kevin Davis gets his foot through it. Here's Gilden. And Anderson. Maurice Vermeulen. And Riley. Wanted Olowin, who was making the run in behind. He was looking for his feet. And Davis can get this forward. The ball ahead. Whistled offside. It was Osman who was in an offside position. Davis was in an onside position. A great run all the way from center back, but went out of his reach. And the whistle given instead. Yusuf Afif. No changes for either side. Into the second half, the ball in behind for Adejokun is a lovely one. Into the penalty area, Josh Adejokun, cross to the back post. Clipped away by Perete. And Ondrakis, who has actually switched over to the right wing, and Osman playing as the number 9. Husanov switches, looking for Anderson, but Brulinski sniffed through it. Brulinski can go forward. He's got Osman with him. Gets around the challenge of Howard. Brulinski gonna fly from distance, and Gilden was all over that one. Good save from him. Here's Saad Afif, the former professional with New Amsterdam FC, a 31-year-old midfielder. Now Riley. Ball looking for Husanov. He's picked off by Perete, who draws the foul. New York Athletic Club going to be forced into a substitution perhaps earlier than they would have liked. Just 3 minutes into the second half, it's Kevin Davis, who's had an excellent game, filling in at the center back position. He's going to come off. He's favoring that right thigh. Substitute Sean Kenny will have to come in. Perhaps the only available sub. 2 players listed as substitutes today for New York Athletic Club. That may be the only one we see. Kenny will come on. Traditionally a fullback. We'll see how this affects the shape for Nyack moving forward. Here's Dimopoulos, the goalkeeper, player coach. Formerly pro out of Greece with Kalamata, NC State, class of 2011. Here's Riley. Looks like Evan Kim has stepped back from the midfield into the center back role. Vermeulen and Anderson. Anderson, another longtime member of New York International, as Riley looks forward for Vermeulen. It was a lovely ball to pick out Vermeulen, but just out of his reach. And now Ferrer can look to play it away from his own end. Perete. Perete stepped into the midfield now with the substitution to Davis. Kenny will take over at the right back role. The midfield trio now, Perete, Ferrer, and Shkreli. Vermeulen switches this one for Yusuf Afif. Forward for Olowin, but the flag is up on the near side. Offside is the decision. Adejokun got his head on that out of the air, but couldn't redirect it back in play, out for a throw. Forward from Gaylord. Hugo Howard does well to disrupt the attack, only for the moment. It is a throw. Shkreli. Shkreli going to employ the long throw here. Bounces in the penalty area. Andrakis looking to corral it. Instead, that was Sane who gets it forward for Afif. And now Husanov. Here's Gilden. Osman putting Howard under some pressure as Gaylord is able to knock that long ball out for a throw. Yusuf Afif on the ball from Riley, and the overlapping run from Sane. Early ball inside. Gaylord was there to clear. Finds its way back to Sane, who crosses in again. That deflects into Kim. Shouts for a handball. None given. Saad Afif fighting for it through Shkreli. Lovely first touch from Brulinski the other way. Going to play this out wide for the substitute Sean Kenny. Really well done from Brulinski. Back into the area for him. Corralled by Kenne into the penalty area now for Naya. Cross to the back post. Cleared by Sane. Falls to the goal scorer, Shkreli. Was looking for another one. Speculative effort. That one trickles out wide for a goal kick. Going quickly. It's New York International, but another ball has made its way onto the pitch. We'll have to restart that again. Grassroots football in New York, folks. Here's Anderson. Here's Saad Afif. Looking long down the line for his brother Yusuf. Lovely first touch from Yusuf Afif. Fights through the challenge from Kim. A lovely recovery challenge, I might add, as well, from the substitute center back. Adejokun. Adejokun! Oh, just missed. A great move forward from New York International. Perhaps their best, certainly of the second half. Saad Afif's long ball to Yusuf. A lovely cut to get around Kim, who put in a hopeful challenge, and a brilliant one at that, to knock the ball away from Yusuf. But the Lions were able to keep it in a dangerous area. It fell to the danger man, Adejokun. And his effort did not miss by a whole lot. Inches over the crossbar. One of the most dangerous goal scorers in all of APSL, Josh Adejokun, nearly leveled the match there. Throw again, one on the far side by the home side. Picked up in the middle by Ferrer. And now Brulinski can turn. Looking over the top, back for Ferrer. Anderson clears, and that one did come off his arm. Inadvertent, but it is a handball. Good decision from the referee. Here's Howard. Long ball again for Adejokun. Good use of the head to redirect that back into central midfield, but that's going to come last off a red shirt. Adajokun looking to fight through Kennett. Brulinski inside for Ferrer. The former Iona Gale back for Brulinski. One forward by Howard. And a bit of pinball in central midfield now as Howard regains control. Husanov bounces for Riley. A difficult one for the center back to deal with. But Saad Afif with a clever little flick as well to maintain possession for New York International. And here's Vermeulen. Olawin, lovely challenge from Jason Gaylord. Forward for Farouk Osman. The offside trap played beautifully there by the visitors. Forward, lovely ball from Riley into Vermeulen. He's looking for Yusuf Afif and cleared by Perrette. Saad Afif now. Trying to lift this one forward for Olawin. Those two just were not on the same page, and it falls to the goalkeeper, Dimopoulos, again. Cole Perrette has been asked to play a number of different positions today. The former Ohio and Georgetown native played 40 games with the Hoyas. Vermeulen, good feet to maintain possession, and again, just not on the same page with their front three. Our New York International, there's been a bit of separation between that front line and midfield trio who have done so well to maintain possession. Folks, reminder to tune in later to to Game and Frame's evening slate of matches in the APSL. It's Liros SC against New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms. That one kicks off at 6 p.m. And then in the U.S. Open Cup third round of qualifiers, one win away from win and in. It's Zum Schneider of APSL against Met Oval of the League 4 clubs. That one kicks off at 7 p.m. Don't miss those huge matches on Game and Frame. Here's Howard. Vermeulen looking forward for Anderson. It was a good run forward from the fullback, but Vermeulen's ball out of reach. Kennett, challenge from Vermeulen. He was certainly looking for that one. Goes out for a throw instead. Still fighting through it is Nyack. It falls to Gaylord, who looks long for Osman, who's in his own half, if he can reach that one. Howard the first to it, and he recovers for Gilden. Now the far side, Ensasane. Approaching the hour mark into the 60th minute here at Travers Island. James Burley with Game and Frame. Jorge Espinoza behind the camera. It's 1-0 to the home side, New York Athletic Club. And the 7th minute strike from Frank Shkreli off the feed from Dominic Brulinski as Adajokun gets forward and just got caught under his feet, out for a goal kick. Folks, a reminder, at halftime we showed our October Game and Frame Goal of the Month nominees. Voting ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, November the 2nd. You can vote for those on @GameandFrame on Instagram. Scroll back on your YouTube feed to halftime to catch another view of those goals, and you can find them on our socials as well. Voting ends tonight at 11:59 on Game and Frame. The winner receives a cleat air case bag, courtesy of Salt Athletic. Hugo Howard, lovely ball forward for Olowin, who's got loads of space. Ridwan Olowin scores! A timely strike from Ridwan Olowin, his second of the season, and we are level at Travers Island with a half an hour to go. Lovely run from Olowin, who cut across from the left wing position. Had loads of space between the center of defense. You could have driven a truck through that hole there. Lovely ball from Hugo Howard, 1-1. It's New York International's first goal since Sunday, October the 5th. And a 4-1 loss to New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms, back on the board again. All to play for now on Travers Island. Game on. Here's Samuka Kene. And that one trickled out of bounds for a throw-in. Wind back in the sails of the Lions. And Hugo Howard did make a mistake in possession on that first goal. Well, he certainly made up for it with a lovely assist to Ridwan Olowin there. Sane, his cross deflected away by Hondrakis, out for a corner. Husanov stands over the corner. It's an in-swinger, again to the near post. Ferrer there to clear. Umar Osman. Sane was able to cut out his pass to Gaylord. And out for a throw. Saad Afif. Yusuf now. The overlap of Sane. Inside for Vermeulen. Scoring! A lovely finish from Vermeulen. Just a little flick on the right foot. It's a first-time effort. Flipping the game on its head at Travers Island. It is 2-1 to the visitors now. Back-to-back goals from New York International. And now it's New York Athletic Club looking up at a challenge, down 2-1. Lovely cross from Ensa Sane, who got forward. Shouts the ball had actually gone out of bounds on the far touchline. But the Lions fought through it. And now you can hear them roar, ahead for the first time in a long time. 2-1 to the visitors on Travers Island. Berlinski. And that's the goal scorer, Vermeulen, who won that out of the air. Falls again for Berlinski, who fights through a couple challenges. Again off the feed from Ferrer. Seemed like there was a bit of contact, but referee not having any of that. And now the time management antics coming from the other end. That's Gilden taking precious time off the clock. Poor effort in possession. Osman could be in. Osman fires. And that put wide. What an effort that was. Just a mental lapse from Ikram Husanov. Uncharacteristic. He looked back and thought he had a shirt in black behind him. It was Osman in red who was all alone in on goal. And he pushed that one wide. You'll be hard-pressed to see a chance as good as that. What's that phrase there? There are much time passes where not much happens, and then so much happens when no time passes. In just the last 5 minutes, we've seen 2 goals and an unbelievably golden opportunity on the other end, and yet still 2-1 to New York International. You could see moments after that missed chance from Osman, Eric Anderson turned to our camera feed here and breathed a sigh of relief. The right back for New York International. Here's Howard. And Sadafif switches. Here's Anderson. Adejokun. Afif forward for Husanov. Things starting to open up for New York International. Anderson. Howard switches to Sane. Howard with the first assist and Sane with the second. Those two combined there. Now Riley. Forward for Sadafif. They've got space inside for Adejokun. Defended well by Kene. Lovely defensive effort from Samuka Kene, but again a huge gap in front of the center defense from New York Athletic Club. The substitution and injury from Kevin Davis looking more and more decisive now. Reminder, he came off 3 minutes into the second half with an injury. The referee just going to take a moment to see if this soccer ball we're using is up to standard. It is back underway at Travers Island. Yusuf plays catch with Riley, now inside for Husanov. Avoiding the challenge from Kenny and winning a throw on the far side. I'd say they're in no hurry to get things going, but I think the Lions still smell a bit of blood in this one. A third goal could just about put this one out of reach. 2-1, this game's still very much on the table for either side. Back for Yusuf Afif. Looking forward for Mullen, who as it stands has the go-ahead goal defended away by the shirts in red. Kenna running into trouble and picked off by Yusuf Afif for Olowin. Looking back for Afif, defended by Kim. They haven't quite put out the fire though. Sadafif now for Eric Anderson. Anderson stepping forward, and now Sadafif switching to the overlapping fullback Sane, who gets forward, his cross defended away. Back to his feet. Now retreating for Riley. Here's Howard. Anderson. Looking inside, defended by Brulinski, who's had a brilliant game on this left wing. Osman looking to get forward, defended well by Anderson, who was able to recover and give aid to the center back Hugo Howard. Big switch from Vermeulen. Afif, onside, but couldn't bring that ball down. Here's Afif again. Going at Sean Kenny. Afif crosses back inside. Jason Gaylord was there. And Vasilios Timopoulos there to pick it up. Clever ball to Brulinski. He's got Kenna overlapping. He uses the fullback Samuka Kene. Waiting for options in the middle is Samuka Kene, looking inside for Osman. Flag is up. It was a lovely bit of football from New York Athletic Club, but he was just a few steps offside. Clever from Osman as well to knock it back across to Humbert Ferrer, who knocked it in the empty net, but the whistle had already gone. It was a narrow offside decision, if it was indeed offside, but the flag came up early. A decisive call from the ref. Howard wanted Adejokun forward. The blistering pace of the Englishman corrals it with Kenna defending. Adejokun, once a standout with Clapton CFC, scored 40 goals across 100 matches in all competitions in the English non-league ranks. Thought he had earned a foul there, but instead not given to him. And it's a strange occurrence when New York International have a lead, and that man has not only not scored, but not assisted, not even on the score sheet today, other than a yellow card in the 35th minute. As Anderson fights through a challenge, comes off his foot last, and it will be a throw for New York Athletic Club. Ferrer. It's around the challenge of Sada Fif. Brulinski inside for Osman again for Ferrer, but the flag up again on the far side. And again showing discontent with the decision from the far side, AR. And I think now Humbert Ferrer is going to go into the book for his dissent. 72nd minute yellow card to central midfielder Humbert Ferrer for a dissent there. After the second conclusive offside decision, and only a matter of minutes going against Nyack. And now a pair on either side has gone into the book. As Adejokun could have been in behind there, and Samuka Kennett just clips him on the back heel. We'll see if a card comes out of the pocket again. Looked like it could have been yellow. Perhaps not clear enough of an opportunity for the visitors for a card to come out of the pocket. And now this is also a very dangerous set-piece opportunity for the Lions. Real chance to put in a dangerous ball. Eric Anderson and Saad Afif. Both Afif and Anderson standing over this one. Looks like it will be Saad Afif to put a cross in. Normally, Hugo Howard would be a good target for this, but with a fragile 2-1 lead in the final 17, 18 minutes or so, they're going to keep him at midfield with fellow center back Sean Riley. It's going to be Afif. Check that, it's Sane to the back post. Adejokun is there. And nearly a difficult one for Dimopoulos to deal with, but it falls calmly in his arms. Can New York Athletic Club rescue a point? Time not exactly on their side. Clear handball there on Brulinski. And for the intentional handball, he's going to be shown yellow there. I think he looked as though he was going to play that off as a clean play, but not necessarily intentional. The referee viewed it as so, and he's going to go into the book as well. 74th minute yellow issued to Brulinski for that handball infraction. Here's Yusuf, launched forward for Vermeulen. Dimopoulos was out to get it and missed it, and still not away from the danger. Our New York Athletic Club now. Just a foot through it from Cole Perrette. Anderson, driven ball to the back post with space, is Olowin, first touch off the chest. Good one. Olowin looking to turn. He went down, and perhaps a bit easily. Looked like he was looking for the contact there. The referee says play on. Still with New York International, though. Here's Adejokun on the wing. Inside for Vermeulen. Was able to avoid the challenge of Perrette, but not so much as to keep possession. Here's Shkreli, the goal scorer for Nyack. Looking ahead for Osman, but corralled by Riley. Howard just launching this forward. Adejokun can fight again with Kennett. Have been Some good battles in this second half on this near side between those two. Vermeulen over to Olowin with space. Olowin continues the switch. Yusuf Afif could be in. Yusuf Afif. Brilliant save from Dimopoulos. Had to come out off his line and be big there, and he was. Another corner to come for New York International as they are preparing a substitution. It'll be their first change of the afternoon. And it's the former Gotchi and Binghamton midfielder who's going to take off the goal scorer, Maurice Vermeulen, who, as it stands, has the winning goal in this contest. Sean Malloy will go in. Another accomplished midfielder on this New York International squad. Trained with Charlton Athletic of England as a youth player. As this cross comes in, that one does beat the first post. It's Olowin who tried to redirect it back on frame, and it's Brulinski instead to clear. Sane fighting with Osman. That's going to be a foul. A bit too handsy for the referee's liking from Umar Farouk Osman there. Osman had a really good look earlier in this match, has been a pest for this New York International defense to deal with. He took over for Andrakis as the center forward, the former Michigan man and Ghanaian international, was once the Gatorade Player of the Year in 2017 at the Hotchkiss School in Connecticut. Lovely feed from Adejokun to Husanov. The cross inside for Olowin was defended by Kim. Evan Kim, the Real Salt Lake youth player, did really well in recovery. Looked like it would have been a clear effort for Olowin. Foul whistled there on Hugo Howard as Ferrer was brought down in transition. And the shots from the goalkeeper, Dimopoulos, looked like a bit of a tactical foul. And New York International were looking to get a substitute in, but instead, Ikram Husanov is going to have to stay on. It's Ryan Schwang, who, longtime club member of this New York International team, was looking to step on. Here's Brulinski now. Going at Eric Anderson. Brulinski. Strong game from him on the wing as Howard took the brunt of that challenge. He's down without their veteran center back now as Gaylord lets one fly. Just didn't catch it well and out for a goal kick. And now that substitution will come in. It's another change in central midfield for the visitors. Ikram Husanov will step off. And now it's a question of, will they make another one? Can Hugo Howard continue? As Schwang does come on, the former Riverdale School man, formerly of Dusk as a youth player. And it looks like Howard will be able to continue. Would be a huge loss in the final few minutes here at Travers Island if they were without their veteran center back and captain to see out this result. They lead 2-1 over New York Athletic Club on the road at Travers Island. A couple of goals within quick succession. It was Ridwan Olowin and Maurice Vermeulen. First off the feed from Hugo Howard, a lovely long ball, and the second one on a cross from fellow defender Ensa Sane. A flick-on finish from Vermeulen. It was a beautiful one to give the visitors a 2-1 lead. Olowin looking to get a hold of that one, but instead it's Perrette who gets forward. Good challenge and recovery from Ridwan Olowin, the goal scorer. Jason Gaylord has to retreat back to Dimopoulos. Now Evan Kim. Lofted forward in the direction of Andrakis, who fights through the challenge from Sane. Still Andrakis. And instead the recovery was a good one from the fullback. Now Hugo Howard in a bit of trouble with Brulinski there. Osman has a chance. It's Osman. Good save from Gilden. Lovely save and strong hands from Gilden. In behind Olowin. The flag is up. Just inched forward of the midfield line and the referee was all over it. Into the 81st minute, final 10 minutes plus stoppage time here at Travelers Island. 2-1, New York International FC leads. Here's Kim, looking for the switch to Brulinski, who nearly set up another goal for Farouk Osman earlier. Parete fighting to keep this one in play and just ran out of room as Schwang plays for Sean Malloy. Malloy fights through it, and now Schwang trying to get around the challenge, and the whistle given there. And Samuka Kenna with a really strong challenge to deny Schwang, but I believe the foul was issued for the first infraction on Malloy. And Howard will go long on the switch. Out of the air, that's Sean Kenny. Second ball corralled at midfield by Ondrakis. Kenny looking long. It was Osman who was in an offside position.
It's not off. At no point was he off. He's not off. At no point was he offside.
Sean Riley to get things back underway. Afif looking to switch. Strong challenge from Shkreli that went uncalled. Brulinski inside looking for Osman, but Riley on the recovery. And he can get around the challenge from Shkreli, and the whistle will come in there. And now tempers flaring in the final 10 minutes here. And the goalkeeper, Jadea Gilden, will be shown yellow for some comments coming from his direction. He's going to be shown yellow for dissent in the 82nd minute. Or check that, 83rd now. Riley to clear. Afif does well to keep that in play, and Evan Kim fights for the second ball, but only as far as Ensasane. Here's Howard. Driven ball across, looking for Adejokun. Samuka Kenna was there. Schwang fighting with Parete. Again, Brulinski gets the better of his fullback. A good ball in, looking for Osman. It got away from him. Riley with a good slide. That just about put off the forward. I'm not sure if he got a touch. He did get a touch. It will be a corner for New York Athletic Club into the 84th minute now. We've seen magic in these moments on this pitch from this team. You recall a hopeful ball from Matthew Cantino, who stands on the bench today, for Nemanja Danic a couple seasons ago to keep them in the APSL. This ball comes in, bounces in the penalty area, cleared off the line. I believe that was Eric Anderson who got the final touch. Looked dangerous from New York Athletic Club, and Samuka Kenna does really well to deny New York International from the counterattack. Sane does eventually find numbers forward. Afif forward for Anderson. Flag is down. Eric Anderson could be in. Here's Anderson! Off the post! Still life yet for New York Athletic Club. Malloy back into the penalty area looking for Adejokun. Waiting for help. Adejokun in front. Cleared by Kim. How have they not gotten another one there? And Shkreli just looking to fight through some of the challenge has had to concede a corner. By the skin of their teeth, New York Athletic Club still in this one. And in no rush to take this corner will be Saad Afif. I have to wonder, could Josh Adejokun, even from the sharp angle, look like he had a 1v1 with the goalkeeper? It's going to be an outswinger from Afif. Gaylord the first to it, falls to Schwang on top of the penalty area. Ryan Schwang got underneath that one. Goal kick. Folks, today's Game in Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. We thank you, Umbro, to sponsor Game in Frame, the legendary kit provider. As a launch forward from New York Athletic Club finds Osman and Brulinski now. Overlapping is Samuka Kene, but looking centrally again was Brulinski, and it falls all the way to the goalkeeper Gilden, who will happily converge on that one and slow things down. A bit of a tricky rollout, though, in the direction of Afif. Now Schwang will bounce for Howard. Hugo Howard was looking for Josh Adejokun's feet, but it was Ferrer who picked it off. Now Osman. Perrette overlapping. Osman with space. He's going to let fly. Deflected away in front. Some traffic to deny that effort. Now Adejokun. Fighting through two red shirts. It's Jason Gaylord who does well to win it back for New York Athletic Club. Looking inside for Perrette. Instead, to the opposite fullback, it's Kenny. Defended by Sane. And now Sean Riley can get it out of danger, but only as far as Gaylord and now Kennett. There is a chance there for New York Athletic Club should they hop upon it. Ferrer into the penalty area. A little Maradona turn that didn't get by Saad Afif, and Hugo Howard will clear. Good effort from Adejokun to bring that one down, and we are going to see a substitution for New York International. It will be the end of Josh Adejokun's day. Not on the score sheet, but a good blue-collar game from him up front. Certainly a good opportunity late in the game, but still 2-1 for New York International. Oscar Champagnol will come in his place. Jason Gaylord. Inside for Brulinski, good flick for Ferrer, and he wanted to do another flick for Osman, but recovering was Saad Afif to clear. Really good opportunity now from the corner for the home side. To the 88th minute. This could be one of the best chances New York Athletic Club have left to nick or draw away. Parette's corner is a good one. Gilden comes out to collect. He got his hands to it, and the referee was able to whistle as well when it was knocked out of his hands. Although he did jump on it right away anyway. Good refereeing. Olawin plays out wide for Yusuf Afif. Now Malloy. Malloy again from Olawin. Loads of space in the midfield now with numbers pushed forward for Nyack. Here's Gilden. Howard. Plays catch with Schwang, and now looking forward for Anderson, who flicks this one back in play. It's a lovely ball for Champagnol if he could manage the bounce, but no, Gaylord with it now. Good fight back from Champagnol. And playing advantage are New York International. They've got numbers forward. In the 89th minute, Yusuf Afif doesn't need to go at goal. The shouts from his teammates go to the corner. That's exactly what he does here. And he knocks it off Sean Kenny as well. More precious time ticking away from New York Athletic Club. Into the 90th minute of 90 we go. 2-1 New York International. Back-to-back goals around the 60th minute mark from the visitors. It was Ridwan Olawin, his second of the season. And then it was Maurice Vermeulen on the end of Ensa Sane's cross. As it stands now, New York International will have picked up their first win since Sunday, September the 21st. They've scored 2 goals in this match. That's the first time they've scored more than one since September the 21st in their last win as well. And now Yusuf Afif was going to race onto that ball, but I think the offside decision came in because Ridwan Olawin came back from an offside position and affected the play despite not going after the ball. May not look like an offside decision, but the referee's going by the book on that one. Dimopoulos taking this one himself forward. Into stoppage time now we go. Schwang knocking this forward. playing through a challenge. No foul given. Perrette. Now Brulinski. Looking for numbers in the penalty area. Brulinski going to float this one into the back post. Gilden will come out to collect. And he's going to take no time to get back up. Actually, he is going to go rather quickly on the throw. Here's Afif. Yusuf Afif forward. Fights through the challenge of Kenny, and that is going to be a yellow card for the tactical foul. 90-plus Sean Kenny goes into the book there. And Yusuf Afif might have taken the brunt of that. Might have paid the price, as he's still down. We'll see how much time is left for New York Athletic Club to fight for a result, and how much longer New York International have to weather the storm. And Yusuf Afif does regain his composure, back to his feet. We'll see just how much time the referee chooses to add on. And it looked like they were going to go short to maybe waste some time. They will do that now. Malloy does well to bounce back for Saad Afif. And here's Riley. Knocked away by Kenny. And Ferrer forward. Andrakis can't keep it with Sean Riley on his back. And once again, winning a throw on the far touchline are the visitors. Referee takes a glance at his watch. It will be 4 more minutes to play. We're in the 93rd already. That should bring us to the 97th. Throw-in finds Olowin, whose pass goes back for Malloy, looking to keep it in the corner. Fighting through it is Evan Kim and Olowin. And Gaylord has no choice but to knock it out for another corner. Be the 3rd corner of the afternoon for New York International. And again, taking their time. Gamesmanship antics from New York International. And now the corner will come in. I imagine they will be going short again. We've got the whole song and dance as well there from Yusuf Afif. Or rather, his brother Saad. Here is Yusuf. Flag is down. And that one looks like it is knocked out for a goal kick. Some confusion there as well. Players in both black and red thought that that would have been a corner, but the referee's decision is goal kick. But loads of time ticked away from New York Athletic Club there. Into the 95th minute now. Only about 2 more minutes. And of course that is a minimum from the referee for New York Athletic Club. Here's Kim. Launched forward for Kenna. And that one goes over his head and out for a throw on the near side. More time to tick away from New York Athletic Club. And there is the full-time whistle at Travers Island. It's a come-from-behind victory for the visitors. New York International with back-to-back goals around the hour mark. It's Ridwan Olowin and Maurice Vermeulen to come ahead and get the come-from-behind victory. The first win in some time from New York International. We'll be back at Travers Island with an interview. Don't go anywhere.
He's right. Mikhailek will continue his run. Mohamed cuts inside away from Conte's foot. Mohamed! That's a golazo if I've ever seen one. Mohamed from 30 yards out curls it over the flash and just under the upper 90 on the left side of the goal. beautiful shaped ball to Caesar. Caesar onto his left foot. Oh, that's brilliant. It's 3-1 Osners. The substitute Caesar with a breathtaking goal.
But now he's out of position. Brought in Oliveira. And he's gonna try and chip! Big bounce and it's in! Oliveira saw that Peabody was off his line. And now it's 3-0. Oliveira involved again.
Almost on the counter. Vac Club there to prevent that from happening. Now Mickelson looking for number 8. Mickelson takes on the keeper. What a finish! Waiting for the signal from the referee, and Mickelson finds the 8th goal of the match in stupendous fashion, taking on the keeper.
To do so, here's Gonzaga. He goes for goal, and it's in! Philadelphia Heritage 3! This guy, a man of magic.
That tight space in the side of the field there, but it likely won't really result in too much. Lighthouse passing the ball back and forth, and it will be in!
10 years old now, astonishing he's still playing at this level, but every time I see he still looks more than a fit, and there's a spectre shot, and it's a beautiful cherry on the top of the cake for Lansdowne Yonkers.
Off the table, instead Estupinian now cutting inside, has room, takes a shot. What a finish for Estupinian to get a goal back for Barcelona. Nothing Interiano can do about that one. An absolute curler.
A lot can come up. Tambadou scored 2 goals last year. Oh! He gets another one. It's the opening goal. Banta Tambadou back on the score sheet for Block FC. An emphatic finish.
Zami will face. Shooting and in! Another tremendous goal scored by Manhattan Kickers. Zami smashing one that just clips off the left post and in. And LaFlash has no chance, just the perfect height as well.
Bullington. Break. Oh! Alexander Bullington makes it 3 for Polonia. Wonderful technique.
Emerson not seeing the challenge coming on his way, and there's a shot, and what a finish! What a strike! For the 4th goal of the match, it is Sebas Monroy who makes it 4-0 for Empire.
Sangari winds up and sticks it! From the far corner of the 18-yard box, he picks up the upper 90.
Back at Travers Island, New York International 2, New York Athletic Club 1. Ridwan Olawin had the first goal. A come-from-behind victory, back to winning ways for you guys. How does it feel to be back in the win column again?
It feels very amazing. We've had like 3 back-to-back losses, so this one meant a lot, so we had to put all life into it, like all game, So we just went out there, tried to fight for it, and we came out strong, we won the game, so that's what matters.
Down after the first half, but the game was being played on your terms. You had most of the possession. What was the halftime talk? Because you came out much more direct in that second half and found a way to score 2 goals.
Interestingly enough, the coach said we were playing good, we just had to spank them. We just needed to finish those goals, and forgive my language, by the way. We just had to finish those goals, and that's what we came here to do, all the way from Manhattan. So it was a good game.
A very good win, and moving forward now, you got 3 more games left in the fall season, back to winning ways. What can a win like this mean for the confidence moving forward for this group?
It just means we have to be consistent. This week we gotta get in our recovery right, go to practice, fight at practice, be very, very competitive, and just come out strong next week Sunday.
Ridwan Olawin with a lovely goal to tie the game up, and then Maurice Vermeulen to make it 2-1. A lovely 3 points for New York International. For James Burley and Jorge Espinoza behind the camera, thank you for watching on Game and Frame.